Hello and welcome to the Just Interesting Halloween live quiz with me, Count Robin. I hadn't thought that far ahead. I am your host for tonight's entertainment. This is the place where you will find frights and delights. And if you are very lucky, you will have both at the same time. With me today are my guests, Alex and Martin. And before I ask you, kind friend, gentlemen, how you are, I would like to say welcome to all of our people in the live chat, because this is a live video quiz. It will be interactive, so please comment below and find out how long I can sustain this voice. The answer is not long. Gentlemen, how are you? How are you doing?
Not long. That went on for so long, Robert. That was great.
Wow!
Thank you.
Wow!
That was a really good count, Robin. That was that was great. You can pull that off.
It was very good. It was verging on KGB at times.
It did.
But very good. Yeah.
Well,
Swifto in the comments has said, "Why is Robin not in costume this time?"
What? Well, what?
No, I think they're implying that that's just your usual get-up, Robin. You just go out wearing the count outfit.
Just normally like this. Well, I'm gonna sit here and drink my wine.
Oh,
Nice.
you kept that one quiet. I've just got a regular coffee here. What's going on?
Regular coffee? Is it a regular coffee, or
Is that what pirates drink? Where's your rum?
coffee? Scary coffee.
It's not even. It's got an office-themed mug. That's not Halloweeny. No. Yeah. And I've got to say, this eye patch is really uncomfortable, so I'm going to take it off because turns out you need your depth perception. It's
it's the only way to win a quiz. If you've got to hit a buzzer, then you need to know where the button is.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Well, tell me, gents, before we get into the live quiz with our audience, and whilst they're saying hello in the chat, by the way, welcome everybody. Welcome Mashalena and Vivian Circle and Kilgore Trout and Swifto and Matt and Aaron Lee and Eva's Strangle Cat. What? Strange alert, sorry. Strange. Misread that one. Hi, Am. We've missed you too. It's been a while. So I see some lovely pumpkins on display here. Are they homemade? Do we have both of you, Martin? How are your pumpkins?
Yeah, no, I carved this one over my shoulder today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So did that with the kids.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
It was good. It was very good. Yeah. So getting into the spirit of things, and we've got some lights up, which is good. And I've gone out and I've bought a whole load of treats for the kids. And I said to the woman in the shop, I said, you've got to make sure they don't egg the house. She was like, what? People actually do that around here? I'm like, no, I'm joking. Like, I know, maybe they do. Better watch out and get your treats ready. But yeah, no, it's definitely over the last few years, it's turned more into a thing, right? Halloween and trick-or-treating around the area. I think partly because there's loads of families around the area, but also the kind of the Americanization of British culture. And
inevitable.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So it's all good.
Oh, so you're actually going to go trick-or-treating? You can go out there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm unfortunately having to work tomorrow, but so I may or may not be partaking, but the kids definitely will.
Can someone in the audience who's American, because this is like I saw this online, but I have no idea what it actually means. But what is a trunk or treat? Have you heard that?
Never heard of that. Yeah, what's that?
I think it's kind of I'm not sure what it is. But I think it's like it's kind of like an American thing that they've started doing in recent years, but I've never heard of it. A trunk or treat? I think it's like people go around in their cars trick or treating or something, but I'm not sure what it is.
What, chuck someone in the trunk if they don't give you a treat?
No, I think it's more like instead of trick or treating going to different houses, I think it's to combat like stranger danger or whatever. People just all like do trick or treating, but from their car. I don't know how it works. That's why I'm asking the question.
Such an American thing to do. The planet is dying, so let's go drive around in our car when we could be walking. No offense to our American
I'm not sure what it is. So if anyone, knows what it is, please enlighten me. I just want to show off this pumpkin that I made. This is a little air dry clay pumpkin.
Oh, that's cool.
That is beautiful.
Did you made that yourself?
Yeah, I made it.
That's awesome, because I know you were getting into your pottery, weren't you, Alex? Like
I'm a big fan of pottery. Yeah.
18 months ago, I guess. Okay. You said you'd done it. Is this a recent addition?
Oh, Martin, 18 months ago. We're talking years and years ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
When you're saying Alex is a big fan of pottery, I feel like you're adding a couple of syllables there. Just pot, isn't it?
Oh, that as well. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm making pottery. Yeah, for sure. No, not at all.
We're not YouTube. We're not advocating the use of.
Yeah, we're not at all. Yeah, none of that, please, Robin.
Except for medicinal purposes, of course, in a territory where it is legal.
Of course,
that's absolutely acceptable. That's nothing wrong with that.
I've also got this little guy who I didn't make, but who's my quiz mascot for the evening.
That's cool.
Who's going to lead me to victory.
My gosh. Yeah,
nice.
And maybe this could be the Halloween quiz trophy, because God only knows we need a quiz trophy now more than ever.
Speaking of which,
hold on, Mashalena. Sorry, Robin, to interrupt.
Go ahead.
This is in the trunk or treat. It's
okay.
like when lots of cars park in a parking lot and kids go from car to car to get treats.
Right.
That sounds rubbish.
It does sound rubbish.
That sounds so shit. Look, it's a Honda Jazz. Fantastic.
But what does that like accomplish? Is it meant to be safer for the kids? Like, is it just
in a car park?
But I don't. Yeah, that. Yeah, that doesn't seem safe.
Also,
actually, does it?
Like, hey kids, come up to my trunk, and there's some candy in the back. Go on.
Literally, the whole thing about Stranger Danger. I don't know if you guys had this when you were a kid, but all the videos back in like the late 90s, early noughties had a stranger that would go and get a lollipop out of their car and then lure you back to the car. That was the thing, right? It was like, never get in a stranger's car with the lollipop.
Yeah. It's very much like, getting sweets from the back of a van is exactly what you're not meant to do. So yeah, trunk or treat seems to be going against that principle in some kind of capacity. Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's start the trend in the UK. The three of us will go start our own little car park trick or treating. Just the three of us.
I don't have a car, so I mean that's a good start.
Well, neither do I.
Yeah. You're just
okay, so this is going to be great then. We're just going to. We got one car so far between the three of us. We're really going to make this trend happen.
AM says Ted Bundy vibes. Is that from the trunk or treating or from us? Please clarify.
It's from us, isn't it? It's definitely from us.
Well, actually, speaking of, I think it was the trophy, somebody commented. There's a comment I'd like to address on our second channel, Uncovered, where, let me just find the person who said it. This light is actually in my eyes and blinding me, so I'm going to turn it off. But they said on our most recent upload, which was last week, which was a blast from the past, our Ghosts of Epping Forest video, where we went ghost hunting in Epping Forest itself. We managed to get a hold of a copy of that video, and we put it up on our second channel, Uncovered, for all of you who want some spooky entertainment. And
please go and watch it, because it may go at any point. And that's all I'll say about that.
And somebody commented, let me find it. Where is it?
Somebody did comment.
It was about, somebody said, I think I've seen more of Epping Forest from these guys than the quiz trophy.
That's great. That's great.
And I mean,
what else is great? And I want to just have a shout out is the background to this week's quiz. Like, great job on that. It's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's great, Robin.
Well, Alex,
I like the spider webs and stuff.
The spider webs, and also the neons around it. It just looks great.
Well, it's all Alex. Alex guided me on how to do this, so thank you, Alex. I didn't even know I could do this.
No, Robin, you've put it together. You get all the credit. As usual. No.
No. Alex designed the fantastic backgrounds for our previous Halloween quizzes. So, and the overall graphics to the background quiz overall. Sneak peek behind the scenes. Alex is the genius, folks. Martin's the ideas man. Alex is the artist. I'm just here.
Robin's the wild card.
I'm just. So, fellas, any other comments that you'd like to respond to from the past couple of weeks before we start our spooky Halloween quiz?
I had a comment from our podcast last week, The Curse of the Pharaohs, on this channel. I just thought this was a lovely comment from Jonah Isaac Gaming. Said, "Hey guys, this is no joke, my favorite podcast of all time. I've been listening since the channel that shall not be named. I've missed the uploads. So glad you guys are back for the spooky season." Oh, thank you, Jonah Isaac. That's those comments like that really warm the cockles of my heart. So thank you.
Yeah, that's a lovely
I really
comment.
appreciate that.
Yeah. I think the lack of episodes has been entirely unplanned. It's just the chaotic things in life that are happening at the moment. And one day we'll get back to more frequent. Or who knows, maybe we'll just be random. I mean, today is Wednesday. We don't normally do this on a Wednesday, but hey, it's the eve of Halloween.
It's pretty close to Halloween.
It's pretty close to Halloween. So yeah, I would love to do a live stream on Halloween itself, but no one's going to be watching it because everyone's going to be out and about or sitting in watching a spooky film.
True. Last night I watched Alien 3 for the first time. Of course, I did. I didn't watch the extended cut. I watched the original cinematic, the way it should have been, the way everyone should experience that film.
Yeah,
and it's baffling. But I went in there knowing that people have severe criticisms of it, right? And so when you have that in mind, it doesn't seem as bad. Although a lot of it didn't make sense. There was the story was all over the place, and then some characters a lot of their story, it wasn't resolved, right? They're just you're like, what happened to that character? It's like, no, the credits are rolling now. You'll never know.
Yeah,
save it for Alien 4.
Yeah, exactly. So an interesting one, but yeah, getting in the Halloween spirit for sure.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Nice.
I did enjoy it. Yeah. I did enjoy it with the pretense of knowing if I'd seen it in the cinema, especially after watching Aliens, I'd be like, yeah, what the hell is this? Especially the start. I mean, no spoilers from a film from 1992, but the death of some of the other characters from Aliens was just bizarre, isn't it? Like, imagine if you'd watched those back to back for the first time, you'd be like, the whole of Aliens. No, I don't get into the weeds. The whole of Aliens is building up to this moment, and then it's just
undone. And what I like about that is that, knowing what David Fincher is like, that if he stood by the film, if he had had it taken away from him and wasn't ashamed of it, he would still to this day be like, oh yeah, I wanted to challenge the audience by making them feel uncomfortable from the beginning. Nobody's safe. That was a conscious decision by me.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, it's just an a-hole thing to do. But also, the actual, when you look into the production history of the film, it's fascinating and more interesting than the film itself. Because the reason those characters die at the beginning is because the second to last director before David Fincher was attached to direct didn't like working with children. So he was like, I'm gonna get rid of that character. It's just just kill them. Spoilers. Sorry.
I'll confess to both of you, I haven't seen Aliens, so this is all This is all spoiler territory for me, so thanks a lot.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't need to watch it now.
Wasting your time watching all the Star Wars films on a loop, Alex, and go and watch Aliens.
Don't. They don't make sense. Oh, gosh. Don't get me started on that. Right.
Oh, so Martin, I reckon a comment that you wanted to respond to.
There was one from Suizuki who says, in the Ulster Museum, there is a mummy named Takabuti with perfectly preserved auburn hair. I saw it.
I thought it was going to be something else then.
I saw it on a school trip when I was about 10 and thought it was so cool. Great episode, guys. Thanks for keeping me company while I work. Which, opens up two things. Fantastic if you're in Northern Ireland. You can go and see a perfectly preserved mummy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then keep me company while I work. And so, let's ask the question once again. Where do you listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've asked that question.
Isn't it? Once a month we ask that question.
Yeah.
What do you do when you listen to the podcast?
What we will keep asking it until we stop getting really interesting answers. But we always get really good answers when we ask people what they're doing.
We do, yeah. It's the variety that surprises me. People live varied lives and people listen to podcasts doing all kinds of things that I wouldn't expect.
Whether it's, working and listening to the podcast, or you listen to us while you're having a nap or burying the bodies that you've just dug up, it's we're interested in all the answers. Where do you listen to us?
Alrighty then. Fellas and audience, do you feel ready for a quiz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, excelente. It's been a while since I got to do this. We're back in the Halloween quiz. I'm not going to do the whole thing in this voice, in case
you see the viewers' numbers dropping.
Oh, before we begin, I noticed you fellas had nice pumpkins, and I haven't actually carved a pumpkin of my own. So I hastily went when I went to the fridge. And I grabbed it.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Although, isn't that the original? Isn't that what they used to do?
This is what you might call a swede or a turnip if you're in Ireland or Scotland. This is a Gaelic turnip. Yes. Alex got like a little beard as well. Don't know if you can see that. Anyway, channeling my Gaelic roots, our cultural heritage, and as Alex pointed out, the true origins of Halloween and jack-o'-lanterns. Root vegetables from Ireland, turnips and or neeps. So, anyway, with that said, in order to respond to a quiz question, you must buzz in. So, fellas, what buzzers do you have for this spooky edition of the Just Interesting live quiz? Alex, what is yours?
Well, in honor of Halloween, and just to kind of plug this video even more, this might get confusing because it is actually my own voice. And now that I'm saying this is actually a bit narcissistic. But I'm going to go for the the classic Just Interesting meme.
If anyone is in these woods, show yourselves.
There might be more.
Is Dick Turpin here?
There we go. That's the classic. There we go. And for those of you who might not know what that's about, go and watch that video that we suggested over on Uncovered.
Oh, nice plug. That's a great segue.
Yeah, it's a great video. Yeah. Actually, it's nice, not to boast, but it's nice to come back to something years later, in this case, 5 years later, and watch it again and be like, actually, that was good. I enjoyed that. And there's some nice memories attached to it too. Although there were some traumatic memories as well.
Well, yeah.
So
without giving too much away.
Forest,
we were lost in the woods for quite some time, like genuinely.
Well, yeah, and it was spooky and it was cold and I didn't like it. And then going back alone at night, in the middle of the night, a long way home. It was a strange day. And just eagle-eyed viewers may notice, or tell me if you can spot the other person who was there with us. Ooh.
Yes,
because I looked them up and found out that they never left. Anyway, Martin, what was your buzzer choice?
Scary Irish man.
It's so niche. I'm very sorry.
I believe that's an Alan Partridge reference.
It is. It's Alan Partridge talking about scary Irish men. From
Scary Irish man.
From the 80s and 90s.
That's so good.
Yeah. From the IRA. Yes. Anyway, yes.
Is that what Jerry Adams? Is that who he's talking about? Oh, dear.
So
just them in general.
I'm not going to go into the lore behind Alan Partridge's buzzer, but
all right.
We have to know it says the word scary in it.
Scary Irish man. Well, Vivian Circle loves the buzzers. And Sam Wilson says, maybe the real Dick Turpin in the woods was the friends we made along the way.
I like it. I like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah.
So, speaking of people in the chat, you can partake of the quiz. When I ask a question, Alex and Martin will buzz in, and the first 3 people who put the correct answer in the chat can give themselves a point. We use the honors system. We trust you to keep your own score, and maybe you'll beat Martin and Alex. Or Alex. Obviously, you will be. No, you might not. I'm getting lost here in the woods. Let's not think about that. Point is, only one of Alex or Martin can win, but maybe several of you could win. So please do join in. First 3 people to get the correct answer in the chat will get a point. So, fellas, are you ready for question number 1?
Yes.
It's a nice, hopefully easy one to ease us into the mood and to edify us a little bit as well. So, fingers on buzzers. What is the name Halloween short for?
If anyone is in these woods, show yourselves.
Yes, Alex.
What? I don't think it's working.
Oh, I didn't hear your buzzer,
No, I
Martin.
didn't hear your buzzer at all, Martin.
Oh, no worries. Okay. Okay.
Is this because you don't have original sound for musicians switched off on Zoom?
It might be.
Yeah, we should have done that before we started.
So, you
streaming.
heard it.
You should have done that.
Well,
Should have
it's
done
all
that.
about the behind-the-scenes secrets today. You know what software we're using. Oh my gosh.
Strange.
May I have a guess?
Yes, of
What
course.
is
I heard
Halloween?
your buzzer.
What's Halloween short for?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is it All Hallows Eve?
It is All Hallows Eve.
Yes!
Well done, sir.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank
Original
you.
sound for musicians.
Thank you
Yeah,
for-
no, it's on. It's on. Yeah, what's going on there? Is it meant to be on or off?
It's meant to be off, I think. Oh, on?
well,
Yeah,
God.
On.
On,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I don't
on.
have mine switched on. Oh, yeah,
Wow.
on. Yeah, switch it on.
Okay.
On.
Yeah, no, it's on. Okay, weird.
How
Okay,
long have we
well.
been doing this for?
All right then. Well, it's 1-0 to Alex, who may have been helped by the ghost disabling Martin's buzzer. Right. Question number 2. Oh no, sorry. How dare I forget?
Oh,
Who
of
were the
course,
first 3
yeah.
people in the chat to get the answer right? They were Aaron Lee, Vivian Circle, and Jade. Jade missed out all, but yeah, that counts. All Hallows Eve. Well done. I mean, everybody got it right, to be fair. Everyone who gave an answer was correct, but those were the first 3 to get, and therefore the ones to get a point. Right, going on to question number 2. All Hallows Eve was originally celebrated on which date?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What
would make sense?
Is Dick Tappin here?
Yes, Alex.
It would be insane if it's the same date, right? But I think one of us has to say it. Or is it October 31st?
It is not October the 31st.
Oh, okay.
Incorrect.
Fair enough.
All Hallows Eve. I mean, can we go for the month?
Scary Irish man.
Yes. Yes, Martin.
Let's go for December 1st.
Oh, okay. It is not December the
No.
1st. Okay. But I like the fact that you're keeping with the spooky season.
Can we have a clue?
I will give you a clue.
Otherwise,
I'm just thinking
this
about
could
it.
take 365 guesses.
Well, I'll tell you, you've got the wrong season.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, we got the wrong season. How could we have the wrong season?
All Hallows Eve. Can it be?
Or should I say
If
season?
anyone
Mhm.
is in these woods, show yourselves.
I'll
Yeah.
say, is it April the 1st? 1st of April, yeah.
Fool's Day. No, it is not.
Oh.
Could it be the
Scary Irish man.
could it be the day of the summer equinox?
Do you expect me to know that? Okay.
Well, I don't, so I was thinking of that.
All right. Well, let me just double check the date of the summer equinox.
I mean, you need to know the date, right? Like, you can't just say that.
Well, that's a date in the calendar, isn't it?
I mean, it's
You can't look
interesting.
up the date, and if it's right, Robin, he doesn't get the point for that.
Oh, that would be
'cause-
so wild if
Well,
we got
he's,
that right.
he's wrong, but
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah. Well,
When was that? Just so we can rule it out.
I
Was
think
it
20th
June?
of April or something.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
Oh, well.
Is June the solstice?
Oh, solstice. That's what it
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Okay, I'll give you another clue. I'll give you a clue to the date.
Okay.
Well, it's a spooky number.
Oh.
A spooky number.
the Irish Sea.
Scary Irish man.
Yes, Martin.
Could it be the 13th of March?
Oh no.
yeah, that's a good one.
Good
Mm.
thinking.
13's definitely, yeah,
It'll be there, isn't it?
spooky.
Hmm.
I mean, this.
Yeah.
I can give you
I
another
don't know,
clue, but
Robin,
I'll
I
let you,
think-
I guess, first, Alex.
If anyone is in these woods, show yourselves.
Yeah, I'll go 13th of January.
It is not. Okay, next clue. You're both right on the 13th. That is the correct
Yeah.
date. You've both guessed months either side of the month in question. Between you, you've kind of circled it.
Scary Irishman.
Oh, I think that was Martin.
Either side or circled it. So, what? February the 13th?
No.
Oh. Oh, we've gone for January. We've gone for March.
If anyone is in these woods,
I think we went April and June, so maybe May, 13th of May.
Is the correct answer. The 13th
Yes.
of May.
We got there in the end.
13th of May. Okay.
No. 13th
Interesting.
of May, yes, in the Christian calendar, of course. And it was moved by Pope Gregory VIII. So Pope Gregory in the 8th century to coincidentally be on the same date as the non-Christian celebrations of Halloween. Well, Halloween is the Christian name, obviously, All Hallows Eve, but the date was a pre-Christian festival, and to try to co-opt it, they moved Halloween from the 13th of May to the 31st of October.
I mean,
Okay.
other than being the 13th, like having it in May is rubbish. That's a rubbish idea. Like this is the perfect time for it. Surely,
Yes,
It's
surprisingly sunny time of
autumny,
year
It's
to have,
fall.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
it
true.
feels wrong. So, on to question number... Oh, no, keep forgetting. The live chat. Who got it in the chat? Quite a few people got it in the chat, but I'll be
Oh,
honest.
wow.
Oh,
My clues were quite slow coming, so I wonder if some people... well, I'm not going to cast aspersions. Anyway, lots of people guessed lots of excellent, educated guesses. Someone did ask, is it a closest wins? And I didn't make it that. So, but good suggestion. Good suggestion. After the fact. Always
it
good to
could.
know.
It probably should have been as
Yeah.
close as wins, to be honest. Yeah.
So that's because there are some other closest wins coming up. I didn't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So people who actually guessed the 13th of May are Glorby, Jade, and that was it.
That's impressive for a couple
Technically
of
James
people.
as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, give
Well done.
yourselves a point. And on to question number 3, which you should definitely know the answer to this one.
Oh, goodness. Pressure's on.
Things on
Why would you
buzzers.
say that? Okay.
From what country does the tradition of the jack-o'-lantern originate?
Oh, we've definitely
Oh.
had this as a.
Oh, goodness. Jack-o'-lantern. Oh,
Ooh,
You
scary.
I don't know
literally
now.
told us earlier, didn't you?
Yes, Martin.
earlier. Oh, really? Oh, like Scotland.
No.
Oh,
if
bollocks.
anyone is in these woods, show yourself.
The
Yes,
other one.
Alex. That one.
Ireland.
It is, yes, it is. It is Ireland. Sorry, Martin. I mean, I
And Martin with that buzzer as well.
straight in.
Scary Irish man.
I feel a bit bad because Scotland is kind of... We don't know when exactly jack-o'-lanterns started.
They co-claim it, don't they?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's the
we
same
love
culture.
meats up here as well.
Gaelic-speaking people have lived in Scotland and Ireland since at least 1500 years ago, if not longer. And we don't know when jack-o'-lanterns actually started. So it's possible that it is both or either. But I'm afraid officially it is Ireland.
There we go.
And in the chat, who was in there? We've got a few people guessing Scotland.
Okay. Well,
But the first person to guess Ireland was Vivian Circle and Glorby again and Mashalena. Well done.
Hey.
Give yourselves a point.
very good. Very good.
Oh,
Well
James
done.
Linton 95 says, I think I've got a delay on my stream. Oh, sorry, dude. Maybe just refresh the
Oh.
page and it'll work.
Refresh the page. And
Yeah.
pro tip, what you can do, what I've found, is if you go into settings and everyone could do this, if
Yeah.
you go into settings, change playback speed to like 2 or whatever, so it's faster, and then eventually it catches up to the most up-to-date version of the live stream.
Huh.
Mm.
There you go.
Okay.
And then it just plays normally from there. So there you go.
Clever.
I learned that from our friends over on the Super Show podcast.
Of course,
so-
that's the kind of thing that they would do.
Yeah, true. They're clued in.
They're clued in. Yeah.
All right then. Question number 5 or question number 4. Sorry, almost skipped there. And from what vegetable is the jack-o'-lantern originally
here?
carved?
Scary
I'm
Irish.
afraid Dick Turpin.
And a bit of
was
dance music there.
bit of Dick in there first. I'm afraid
The turnip.
it is the turnip. Well, son.
Robin, you should have saved it until this moment to originally
Yes.
like to show us your turnip.
I should have.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
So to
have.
speak.
Everyone's seen my turnip. I should have. Saved it, but never mind. It's almost as if I didn't read the quiz before we started.
I mean,
Okay.
it's like a comprehension quiz now. Like, were we listening to you
Yeah.
when you showed us?
Have
I
you
guess.
been paying attention
Have you been
for the
paying
last half an hour,
attention?
folks? Because all the answers were there. They were all there. No, that's not true. We're now going to get into some stuff that I would be surprised if you did know, but I'd be impressed if you did know.
Oh,
So-
this is not a good position to be 4-0 down at.
Sorry. Well, no, because now level pegging, like death is the great equalizer. So here we are.
Don't think that works here.
Question number 5. Oh, no. Did I do the chat? Who's in the chat? Oh, my gosh. Everyone got it. But the first 3 people to comment were James Linton 95, Masha Lena, and Jade.
Hey.
Wow, Jade's on a run. Right.
Well done, everyone.
Hot streak. Question number 5. Closest wins you'll be relieved to hear. In what decade were the first mass-produced Halloween costumes made? Yeah, the kind of things you buy in a corner shop. They're just very thin, gauzy material. Maybe there's a plastic mask, although these originals might not have had plastic. I don't know. There
Which
would be
decade?
masks, hats, whole full-length costumes
If
to
anyone
dress up in.
is in these woods, show yourselves.
Yes, Alex.
I don't really know how it became at what time it really became popular, but I'm going to go quite early. I'm going to say the 50s, 1950s.
Okay, your guess is the 1950s.
See, my immediate thought was like, 50s America, but I reckon it's going to be a bit earlier. Actually, you say
Is
mass.
this close? Is
You
this
say
closest
mass-
wins, Robin?
Yeah,
It is the closest wins, yeah.
mass produced. So I'm thinking probably a little bit earlier actually. So I'm going to have to go for the 40s. Mass produced though, I mean, they might not have had plastic. Yeah, 40s, why not?
Martin is closest. The answer is
Dang!
the 30s. You're out by just a
What?
decade. Yeah. And Martin gets his first point on the
Fair
board.
enough.
Oh, phew.
What was it then? What were they? Was it like a ghost sheet or something?
I think a
Something
bit more
like, cloth.
sophisticated like that, but like witches and things. Because remember that also the 1930s was the decade of the Universal horror films. Frankenstein, Dracula.
Of course, yeah.
So that's when you start
That's
getting
true.
your
They
capes
loved it, didn't they?
and your Frankenstein hats. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
But you're right. I think maybe the decade of plastic and rubber masks and things must be later than the 30s.
You'd expect so, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Question. Oh no, who got the right decade in the quiz? Oh, a couple of people guessed the 1920s. Very close. Thomas McNostril and Sam Wilson. So yeah, give yourselves
Please.
a point. You came close.
Thomas
to
is
the
my
1920s.
father. Call me McNostril.
Oh dear. Someone is speculating: is this Martin's comeback, or it's a
Oh,
classic
why'd you say
Martin
that?
move? It's a classic Martin move to start 4-0 down and then creep back to a victory. So
That's probably
pressure,
gonna
Alex.
happen. That's probably going to happen.
No,
You
4
can-
4
you're-
was 4 was
You're
insane.
still in this, Martin. You
Poor
can do
Jeremy.
this.
4 was insane.
Oh, I misread. James Linton, 95, said 1930s. So yeah, straight in
done.
there. Well
Very good.
done, spot on. Okay, question number 6. Another closest wins. How much money was spent on Halloween merchandise
God, no.
in the USA in 2023, last year?
Halloween merchant. I mean, I've
Yeah, like
honestly have
costumes,
no idea.
decorations.
Reference.
I think sweets are included too.
like, yeah, really tough for a point of reference for that.
If anyone is in these woods, show yourselves.
Yes,
in the
Alex.
US, on merchandise, I'm gonna go. It's a big industry. It's a big thing. I'm gonna say $650 million.
Okay.
That actually feels quite low now that I've said it.
I know. That's got to be low. That's got to be low.
That's low,
incredibly
isn't
low.
it?
Yeah,
Can I change my answer?
There's over 300 million people.
For God's sake! No. Can I change?
On average, an American is not spending like $1.50 each.
Can I change my answer, please? Please.
Right. Well, it's up to the quiz master.
I'm happy for you to adjust your guess.
That's insane. Jeremy, that's insane.
I felt bad. It's like I could see Dr. Evil happening in slow motion. $650 million.
No, it's okay. No, okay. I succumb to the will of the quiz. It's fine, Martin. Yeah, I'll leave it as is.
10 million. No. I mean, I'm gonna.
My actual guess is 650. So if you're
actually, that would be
I want to do that. I mean, I'm going to give an estimate of what I think, so it could end up being closer to yours. But I think the average person probably spends about. There'll be a lot of people that don't do it. It's fair enough. The average person spends at least like $10. How many people in America? 350 million. So that'd be 3.5 billion. But I think that's way undershooting it. But I don't want to overshoot it. So 3.5 billion. But I think it's probably going to be more like 30 billion. But I'm going to go 3.5.
30 billion, really?
I reckon it's huge.
Okay.
I think that's crazy.
So which figure are you going with?
3.5.
3.5 billion. And Alex is going with 650 million.
You can't laugh, Robin.
Sorry. I mean, some people don't spend anything on Halloween, especially in America.
Yeah.
There are lots of more puritanical-leaning people who would not celebrate it at all. So they might drag the average down. It's a good point. But Martin is closest and gets the point because the actual figure, according to the National Retail Federation, is $12.6 billion at Halloween.
Okay, fair enough.
12.6 billion. So 30 is with 30 would have lost you the point.
Yeah, it would have lost me. Yeah.
If you'd gone that high. So yeah, good move.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like the average person. They do lights, they do a pumpkin, get some sweets and a costume. And maybe half the population do that. So half the population then are spending like, what's that? Like, I don't know, $80
at least,
something like that.
Yeah. And presumably, it's all disposable too. They're not keeping their Christmas decorations for next year. They're just buying these Halloween things, throwing them away because that's a lot of money to spend every single year.
Yeah,
I guess a lot of it's costumes. So you grow out of it. You can't wear the same one each year. You say in your count jacket for like
how many years have we done this now?
Halloween costume.
Literally the only thing I have that is remotely Halloween.
It's a good one. It's a great one.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm glad you think so. It works on this, but yeah, if I was to walk down the streets, it would just be the cape and then normal clothes. Anyway, so well done, Martin. It's 4-2 to Martin. To Alex.
Don't like it.
Sorry, to Alex. And did anybody get that in the chat? Lots of educated guesses, lots of good guesses, but nobody guessed higher than you, Martin. I don't think so. I don't think really anybody gets a point for that. Sorry, folks, but
I dragged the average down with my initial guess. I sounded so confident as well when I said it.
But it's understandable. We're all sensible people, and we can't comprehend just how much people in America are willing to spend. So
I also forgot how many people in America there were, like 300 million. Yeah, that's crazy.
$2 each. It's fine. It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but it might work. Okay, question number 7. Another closest wins. Aren't I a nice chap?
I hate them.
Well, I mean, sorry, Ed, you were doing really well on the non-closest. In the UK, back to the UK now, to make us feel bad about our Halloween habits. How many tons of plastic waste is generated at Halloween?
How many tons?
How many tons of plastic waste? Every Halloween.
I'm gonna do the honourable thing and let Martin guess first this time.
Please do. Yeah. How many tons of plastic? Well, I imagine they mean specifically from Halloween as well. I don't know. How many tons?
I don't even know
I'm
how
like-
I would hazard a guess there.
I think maybe one. No.
10 tons, 100, 1,000, 10,000. What's the...
So say there's some people.
Mhm.
Oh, look at him. He's doing his Rain Man maths working it out.
I'm
So
going to
there's
go
60
for,
million people. How many
Yes.
of those would
That's-
actually be
that's-
involved in Halloween?
I'm going to
And what would they be chucking out?
So yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. I'm going to go for 6 million tons.
6 million tons?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's crazy high. I think that's really high. 6
sounds quite
million
high.
tons. So I mean, if that's like 100 kilograms per person.
Is it? Oh, I've done my maths wrong then. yeah, no, you're probably right.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not a maths person, so.
No, watch you be spot on. I'm gonna go. How much can I get away with going lower? I don't want to be like a dick and go 5 million tons. I'll go 4.5 million tons.
4.5 million tons versus Martin's 6 million tons? 6 million tons. Alex gets the point. He is the closest.
Do I deserve it, though?
Both
Probably
of
not.
you, perhaps because of the previous question and the scale of American expenditure, you're both of you a little bit jaded and cynical about the UK. It's only actually, well, now it sounds like only, it's 2,000 tons of plastic waste at Halloween.
2,000 tons.
But that's still a lot of waste.
That's great.
Just at Halloween. No, that's not the message to take away from this.
What's
You
the
somehow
problem?
managed to take my supposedly scary fact and make it sound good.
2,000 tons.
It is.
that's
2,000
nothing.
tons is like
That's-
83 million plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that
Or
number
2
sounds
cargo
heavy.
ships.
You should have led with that. That's
Yeah.
It's not great.
it's not great.
It's not great.
How much is it? 1,000 kilos in a ton, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what that is per person, but too terrified to find out. So, who in the chat guessed closest? I think we had an inflation problem again. But
Actually, per
people
person.
led by Martin's reasoning. We've got some crazy numbers here.
So 2,000 tons is 2 million. Is that 2 million kilos, right? 2,000 ton.
It's like 1,000 kilos per ton, right?
Yeah, so 2 million kilos. And there's 60 million people in the UK. It doesn't sound that bad. It's like 100
But it is
grand.
still bad.
But it's
Because
like
it's just
50
Halloween.
grand.
It's just Halloween.
It's like the equivalent of like a packet of crisps each.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't sound that bad. I mean, like, let's sort it in general. Like, yeah, it doesn't sound like. I don't know. I'm not defending plastic waste here. It feels like a bad area to come down on the side of.
I'm on the side of plastic and I have no one argue against it.
Yeah, I'm just realizing I don't even know if I believe the thing I am starting to argue for. So I'm just going to stop. How did people do in the comments?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
Let's find out.
go for
Well, again, so many interesting and educated guesses, but no. Who got closest? It's hard to figure out because the tricky ones. Glorby guessed 65 tons. I'm not sure that's closer than 10 billion.
Oh yeah,
tons.
I'm just looking
I'm
now.
not
Some
really
of them
sure.
are.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
These numbers are so big. I'm really struggling to comprehend how they actually compare to the real figure of 2,000 tons. I think Glorby and Vivian Circle might be closest. But yeah.
Have a point.
Have a
You
point.
did
Give yourselves a
much
point.
better than us.
Although
Sam
James
Wilson
Vincent
guessed
says,
15,000.
Oh, in that case,
tons?
very close. Yeah, Sam Wilson.
15,000 seems
definitely
fair.
the closest. So
that's good.
You are the honorary winner, Sam. Well done. And Glorby says that Thomas McNostril answered closest on the previous question. I missed Thomas's answer about how much Americans spend. So sorry about that, Thomas. You should definitely give yourself a point. But thank you everyone for guessing, because those are some. It's a tricky one, isn't it? How do you what's your starting point? What's your gold standard for guessing those kind of figures?
Yeah.
Moving on to question number 8. Another closest wins.
Whoa. Okay.
The aim of this quiz, by the way, is to
what's the
make
score?
it is 5-2 to you, Alex.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
So if Martin gets the next 3, which he could, then it's a tie, and we're down to the tiebreaker.
Oh, I don't know about that.
The aim of this quiz, by the way, was to make closest wins questions the scariest thing. Almost working on Alex.
Mission success,
You know what's
I guess.
scarier than Halloween? Tons of rubbish.
So,
No, I mean not that much, but yeah, a significant amount. Yeah, sure.
closest wins.
Okay.
In the UK, almost 40 million pumpkins are bought at Halloween every year. How many of them just go to waste?
You mean they're not eaten or they're not carved?
Eaten. Yeah, not eaten.
Not eaten? Jeez.
How do we know that? How would we know that metric?
A survey asking people whether they eat their pumpkin or not, maybe,
Yeah.
and then extrapolating it throughout the 40 million, perhaps. I don't know. I don't think there's any other way of doing it.
So you want the
Martin
number
works on
the
this
number
survey.
of so you want the number of pumpkins that go to waste
I
as
do.
an answer.
How many pumpkins go to waste?
Oh, goodness.
If
As in
anyone-
not
40
eaten.
million.
It's in
Okay.
these woods. Show yourselves.
I reckon the vast majority of people aren't eating their pumpkins.
Mm.
I'm going to say 35 million.
I was going to think it was higher than that. I was going to say, like, my immediate
It could be,
thought was 38 million. Like really, like no one's doing it.
I reckon there's a portion of the population that are making pumpkin soup out of it.
Man.
Yeah,
Yes, Martin, what's your guess?
yeah, that'd be less than 10% would be, so 90% would be 36 million, wouldn't it? Wow. Do I really want to guess for over 90% of people are throwing them away? Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's go 90%, which would be what, 36? I reckon 90% of people throw them away. 36
Okay.
million.
So Martin's guess is 36 million. Alex's guess was
35 million.
35.
Oh, sorry, I seem like a dick. Let's go for 37.
No, that's fine because it's the margin. Like you've gone for the more kind of risky option, I think. As in, like when
You're
it's that
committed
close,
to the
I
upper
think.
end, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're committed to the upper end. I don't think
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
dickish.
Yeah.
Okay. The correct answer is 22.2 million pumpkins go to
Really?
waste.
They're lying. They are lying.
No.
They're lying through their teeth. No,
means
they're like, oh
Alex.
yeah, I ate my pumpkin.
Half of people do not eat their pumpkins.
No, that's rubbish.
Well, actually, just over half, according to this statistic.
I don't believe that though, Robin.
I'm with you. I think maybe
Let's get the real stats from the chat.
How many of
Yeah.
you in the chat eat your pumpkins every Halloween? And it doesn't have to be the flesh. It could just be the inside.
That's mental. No one's doing that. No one's
the
doing that.
flesh.
In the
Yeah,
UK,
the
in
outside.
the UK as well, because we don't even make pumpkin pie.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh, interesting. I did. Wait a minute, let me just check before I. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think America might actually be better than we are in terms of percentages
think so?
because they have pumpkin pie. Except at the same time, America has lots of pre-bought pumpkin pie filling, which is
it's
from
actually made.
they have two sets of pumpkins grown every year, right? The ones that go to be carved and the ones that go to be into pumpkin pie.
Right.
So they're not actually. I think they're better, but like not much better.
I reckon
Statistically.
people are emptying their pumpkins out on their like back gardens and letting the birds eat
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
and then they're counting that as like,
Maybe.
yeah,
yeah.
it got eaten.
Yeah.
What do you mean I don't waste? Yeah, no, I carve it. That's not
There's so
wasting
many
it.
seeds, and you don't unless you're going to dry the seeds out and use them in your meal. So that's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
wasted. So in the chat, how do people do?
It's mad.
Lots of people like you thinking it was very high percentage, but Jade came closest with 25 million.
Wow,
Oh,
well
wow.
done.
Exactly right. Well done.
Jeez. Wow. Massive pumpkin eater, Jade. Yeah. No, it's all about eating pumpkins. Yeah, last year, Jade ate
She-
21 million pumpkins, only leaving 1 million pumpkins for us.
Now, Thomas McNostril eats the seeds roasted. That's good.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
roasted
yeah,
pumpkin
that's-
seeds.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
no, fair enough.
Beautiful thing, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You can mix them into granola or whatever if you're a granola person, or you can just sprinkle them on top of your pasta dishes. It's a nice kind of crunch.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
And Ira Strangelet says we make pumpkin sweets. That's interesting.
Mm.
I'd
How do you do that?
like to know the
Interesting.
recipe for
Yeah,
that.
what's-
Yeah.
what's that?
What kind of sweets?
Yeah.
Like boiled sweets or
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Tell us the recipe.
Mm.
Or is it like pumpkin seeds, but do you know when they do that with
Crushed.
like nuts and stuff, but like they
Yeah.
put sugar on, like caramelized sugar?
Oh,
Oh,
right,
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That could be, yeah, that could work.
that
Yeah.
work, yeah.
Yeah, nice,
Well-
nice. All right.
Welcome back to Just Interesting MasterChef.
All right,
Oh,
question
goodness.
number 9, and the score is 6-2
Oh,
to
well
Alex,
done, Alex.
which I'm
Very
afraid,
good.
Martin, that does
Thank
make
you.
Alex pretty much the certified winner of
Yes,
today's quiz.
the Pumpkin King.
I guess
Pumpkin.
I guess
Yeah.
Ghosty's going to stay with me for this year. But, we can try and win
Oh,
him
make-
next year.
Make Ghosty wave. Those arms look perfect for waving. Go on, Alex.
Oh,
yeah, nice.
Oh, what a happy ghost.
There you
What a
go.
happy little fella.
It's a lovely little ghost.
Unfortunately, this quiz is not part of the regular quiz tournament, so Alex's victory counts for nothing.
Oh, all right. You don't have to.
You
say
could
that.
say it's. You could say it's All Hallows Eve,
Oh.
but that would be
Don't-
mean.
Don't try and step on my victory. Okay, this is I'm enjoying myself.
No, it's this- It's the World Cup, isn't it? It's a one-off, but it means a lot. It's not the boring
Yeah,
Premier League,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, people in the chat are loving the what's its name? Ghosty? Does it have a name?
Little ghosty,
Ghosty?
yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Oh.
go.
I think that's a new mascot. And then lots of people celebrating your victory, Alex. In a way that I won't describe as patronizing, but it was almost patronizing. But we'll move on from that. Question number 9.
I want names, Robin. Who's in
I'm not
what
gonna
and
say.
where?
I'm not going to say.
As he drinks his blood.
I went to see Dracula in the theatre
Oh, did you?
this
Recently?
week. Yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday
Nice.
night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought I'd treat myself and went to see
Awesome.
Dracula in the theatre.
Great.
And,
So Robin,
yeah.
you did a documentary about Dracula. You went to Whitby. You dress as him every year for Halloween. You went and saw Dracula. Are you obsessed with Dracula?
I'm
Is
not
this what we're
obsessed.
learning?
I am not obsessed, but I said it in my little video about Dracula in Whitby. I think it's my favorite book. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
Dracula.
Nice.
I do. I don't say I'm obsessed though. Obsessed people would be like giving goth caves, shrines to Dracula. I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
Robin,
Right.
that's less convincing when you're sat in a bright red room dressed as Dracula.
Phone goes off. It's oh, very good.
But I was
Sorry,
I was
Robin.
practicing.
How was it?
It was fun. I enjoyed it very much. But as an adaptation of Dracula, I wasn't too fond of it. It did some things that were a bit random. But I mean, there's been so many versions of Dracula, and most of them aren't faithful. So whatever.
True.
But no, it was fun. It was a great production and great cast. But I was obviously on my way home. They didn't do a Dracula voice for the play. It was kind of there was a hint of an accent, but it wasn't very strong. So I was kind of practicing my Dracula voice on the way home.
On the train home.
Not on the train home. I was walking home. When I was,
that makes it even better. So just random passers-by on the street.
it was nighttime. All right, there was next to no one around. Actually, there was quite a few people around.
But there
actually, no, think about it.
That's so weird.
I was just fine. Well, it was even weirder because the point of the story was that I was struggling. It's been a while. I was struggling to find my Dracula voice, and I kept sounding more like Antonio Banderas. It was. So they just thought I was some weirdo putting on a Spanish accent, bad Spanish accent.
Oh, that's too funny. It's like I didn't have one of those play. I was so annoyed that I was practicing my Dracula voice.
I don't see what's wrong.
That's too good. That's too good.
You know,
Oh,
do you ever have those moments where you're just like, am I insane? Or is everyone
No.
else insane? Right, I'm having one of those moments right now.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think, yeah, I won't answer that one.
If I could have just been a
love it.
fly on the wall on that street, watching you just walk down the street, being Antonio Banderas' Dracula.
You could still play him.
Sounds
Actually, I
fun.
think if you got Antonio Banderas in his approach, he's past middle age, isn't he? He's approaching his silver fox years. He could definitely be a good Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Robin, you need to stop messaging him that though, because his agent's been in touch and he says it's bordering on harassment now. You need to stop
Okay.
messaging Antonio Banderas about this.
Sending your recordings of what he could sound like.
Okay, question number 9. We're moving on. No, yes, question number 9. Closest wins again.
Okay.
In the UK, we're sticking to the UK.
Okay.
How much money is estimated to be lost to pumpkin waste each year?
Okay.
So are these the pumpkins that no one buys?
Yeah.
This isn't the 40 million. This is just like pumpkins that end up getting tucked away.
Yeah. The whole shebang, right?
sold.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like a monetary figure we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah,
money
money.
is lost,
British pounds.
I'll go first this time then.
Oh, scary Irish man.
So, I mean, let's go for £12 million.
Okay.
Damn.
Martin,
Yeah.
set the stall.
I was thinking they would actually be pretty accurate with how many they need. And I don't think that, like,
Interesting.
they're not that expensive, to be honest. So
That's the thing. Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking they might way over cater, but don't know.
Can I go slightly more? What's the minimum I can go over?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking potentially less, so go for it. Do whatever you like.
I'm gonna go 15.
I mean, you
million.
have already won, to be fair, but anyway.
No bitterness.
I'll go 500 million. No, I'll go 15 million.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit higher.
Okay, Martin's guess was 12 million or 12.5. I can't remember now.
So I went for 12. Yeah.
12. Alex's is 15.
Hmm.
The correct answer is 33 million pounds
Wow.
each year
Wow. Oh,
lost
okay.
to pumpkin waste, which puts Alex closest. But I mean,
Very good.
but not even halfway there. So
Wow.
Yeah.
30, what did you say? 30?
That's
33 million pounds.
33 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of dough.
that is
Yeah.
more than I thought it would be, in fairness. Yeah, fair enough. I
Considering
thought
considering they sell 40 million and there's 33 million pounds worth of waste, and they can't be pumpkins are not going to cost them more than £1 to produce.
Hmm.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, so
Although
like,
I admit this figure is from last year, so given how inflation has been in the past 12 months, maybe 33 million isn't a low ball.
yeah.
But yeah, so
These guesses are all my guesses today are being all over the place. Sorry, guys. It's shocking.
Mine has as well.
got you 2 points there, Martin. So
Yeah.
So Vivian Circle and James Linton 95 are both the closest with 25 million and 20 million pounds
That's good.
respectively.
Yeah,
Everyone
very
else,
close.
Thomas McNostril. Thomas McNostril guessed 44 million, which is only 11 over. So
That's close, yeah.
That's pretty close, yeah. But I think Vivian is the
Nice.
closest with only 8 million off.
Hmm.
Welcome,
good.
Dave Allen. You just joined the chat. Thanks for joining us. Dave says, "Oh wow, I thought you guys had stopped. Not seen a video for ages." So we're alive.
well,
We're
welcome
still
back.
here. Yeah, just taking it
We're
slowly.
alive and well.
Well,
We're alive.
Yeah, we meet the definition of medically alive. I don't know if we're well, but we'll find out. Number 10. Closest wins.
Okay.
In the USA, the chance of pedestrian fatalities increases by what percentage on Halloween night? The chance of pedestrian fatalities increases by what percentage on Halloween night? And it's not a trick question. It is a positive number.
If anyone is in these woods, show yourselves.
I'm going to go for an even-handed 10%.
10%.
And I was thinking higher than that. Think of how many kids are out in the streets. I'm gonna go for 60%. Whoa, is that crazy? That's quite a lot more, isn't it? Let's go for it. Yeah, why not? Doesn't matter, does it? Let's go for it. 60%.
At this point, I guess not.
You got quite a big range there.
Well, perhaps this is the scariest fact in the quiz because it goes up by 43% on Halloween night. So Martin gets the point.
Hey!
Not far off. And I guess it's to do with, I think it's actually not so much children. It's adults for most of the fatalities.
Okay.
Young adults, especially. So what happens is the children are obviously a problem. All those pedestrians out in the street. But it's mostly bad drivers and drunk people.
Wow. Oh dear. Well, I've been to Halloween parties, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So
makes sense.
The good thing is it's not, the children are mostly safe. There are still extra children killed every Halloween. But then if you average it out over the year, you don't notice. So just fate's way of keeping the child population down.
That's a silver lining way of looking at those pretty grim stats.
I know, it's a horrifying.
Exactly.
Horrifying statistic. But yes, that was the Halloween quiz. Well done,
Thank you so
gentlemen.
much, Robin.
Very good. How are people going in the chat? I don't think we went for the chat.
In the chat, of course, yes. People made some very close guesses, actually. Most people were pretty close. James Linton, 95, gets an honorary mention for guessing 69%. But
Nice.
I think the closest people were... Vivian Circle guessed 35. And then
nice.
we got a couple of 30% guesses from Paul Mawater and... Mawater, sorry. Who else guessed 30%? Jade. Well done, you three. I guess.
Nice.
You get the points.
So what did people get in the quiz then? Write your final score
Yeah,
so
write
we
final
know
scores.
who wins.
I have a feeling who got the highest. But we'll go by the honor system, obviously. We trust you to have kept your own score. Yeah, chat below. Write them in the chat and I'll read out everyone's scores.
And thank you, Robin, for putting together that amazing quiz. And I loved that one because I won. I won.
You did. Well, I know you love Halloween,
it was
so I'm
great.
glad you were able to.
Just better when you win, isn't it? That's the thing.
It just feels great. Yeah, I love it.
Well, whilst people in the chat write down their scores, would you like the bonus question?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I can make this a closest wins, or I can make it not a closest wins. What do you prefer?
Let's not have another closest wins. I can't handle them. You've made them too scary, Robin, and I can't handle it anymore.
In that case, it's a straightforward question. What percentage of Americans would buy a haunted house?
Oh, they're terrified, aren't they? Love a good. How many believe in ghosts? I guess is the question, isn't it? Although we're prefacing this by the house is officially haunted, like as in if you don't believe in hauntings, then
or is it like no, it's the shrieking shack level? Yeah, because like, is it a nice house otherwise? But you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to go into, or is it just a shack? And is the fact that it's a shack is the problem?
No, I think it's your. Let's say it's more your Amityville type. The house is fine,
okay,
but it's haunted.
What's the schooling? What's the schooling? So like, you know, in the local area.
Oh come on!
What's the catchment?
So what was? Sorry, apologies. What was the question? It was what percentage?
What percentage of Americans would buy a haunted house?
I think there's the Americans of believe. I think a lot of Americans probably believe in ghosts, and fair enough, fine. But I think there's also the bravado of hell yeah, I'll beat that ghost. You know, I'd shoot the ghost. You know, and ghost is no match for me. My AR-15. So I think it's going to get around like 30%.
Okay, 30%.
30% would.
Would. I think 70% would be like, no way, I'm not buying a haunted house.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I'm going to go a bit higher. I'm going to say 45%. If that's allowed. Or is
of course
that?
It's allowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, you are closer. But I think you'll both be surprised because the answer is 57%.
Oh, well, okay.
57% of Americans will buy a haunted house. Yeah. I guess because ultimately, if it knocks some thousands off the price.
In fairness, in this economy, you can't be picky.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we haven't really spoken about whether it would or not. There's some caveats here.
There were
There's
way more
quite a few follow-up
caveats than I
questions.
expected. You really rinsed it out.
What kind of haunting? Is the ghost evil?
Is it a poltergeist or a friendly ghost? Is it?
Yeah, it doesn't kill you, but it might slash you a little bit with a knife. But you'll be fine generally, yeah. And we can knock 10% off the asking price, so why not?
I've got 5 kids under 12. Which ghost is this? Ask Jeffrey Epstein's house.
Exactly.
Yikes. Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, his house is probably quite nice with all that money, so
That's true, yeah.
If it knocks 10% off.
Well, Robin, thank you.
Anyway, yeah.
Thank you so much for that quiz, Robin. That was
I'm glad
lovely.
you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. It's so nice to be together on Halloween again. I do like it. It very much. And thank you so much in the chat for joining us. And
thank you.
Let's read out your scores. How did people do? So, Hey Now Paulie was very honest and said they got 0 points, which is very
it's all about just trying. So well done. Well done, Hey Now Paulie.
Vivian Circle says I didn't keep track. Sorry, Vivian. I think I gave you at least 4 points. I think. Glorby says 2 points. Thomas McNostril says 3. Paul Waters says 1 because they only got 1 the last question.
Jade said, I think I got 5 answered in the end.
Oh, nice. I was going to say,
Vivian says,
Jade
I think I got
said
around 6, maybe. Sounds verifiable.
Yep, that sounds good. So who got 6?
Vivian says.
Vivian, nice. Yeah.
Vivian Circle.
Well, I was going to say it was Vivian and Jade, whose names I felt like I was reading out all the time.
Yeah.
So you were the two that I was expecting to be in the lead.
Well
so
done.
Give yourselves an extra special pat on the back.
Well done.
Bravo. That's good. It's not quite 7, but it's very good. It's just saying, but no. Well done, everyone, and thank you for joining us and tuning into this Halloween quiz. And I hope you all have wonderful Halloweens.
Indeed.
You're off trick or treating tomorrow, Martin?
Well, probably not, because I unfortunately have to work.
Well, you're working
elsewhere
in the night.
Elsewhere.
No. Yeah.
Well, no, but by the time I get back, it might be a bit late. But I'll come back. I'll eat some of their sweets, so that'd be good. I'm half joking. Depends how hungry I am. Yeah. So yeah, no, nice. We'll get into the spirit of things. Got the lights up, pumpkins outside, loads of sweets ready. Got some bats hanging. Actually, I don't know if you can see. So I'm going to tilt this up. But I've got the bats are hanging from the lights. You can see
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah. So a few bits going on. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Nice. What about you, Alex? Are you going to go trick or treating, or are you going to watch a spooky film from your bowl of death?
We have bought lots of sweets for the trick or treaters to come to us.
Nice.
But we will be turning off all the lights and pretending we're not in, and then just eating all the sweets ourselves. That's our usual plan.
That's how it's done.
Sounds great. Yeah. I have no plans. It's one of those days where it's just my evenings are all chaotic at the moment, so I've not made any plans. Except I'm hoping to be able to carve my pumpkin on Friday morning.
Well, Robin, this is the one time of the year where you can go out, wander the streets,
do my Dracula voice,
Antonio Banderas' Dracula, and
exactly,
and people won't bat an eyelid.
Which is more racist, Antonio Banderas or Dracula? As in doing an impersonation of them. I'm not accusing Antonio Banderas of being racist.
That sounds like one of the drunkest or highest questions to ask someone. Who's more racist, Dracula or Antonio Banderas?
On the Just Interesting podcast, we answer the big questions, like who's the bigger racist, Antonio Banderas or Dracula?
I think the answer is obviously Dracula. Antonio's a lovely fella. Who, if you ever were to listen to this podcast, do you want to be a guest? Come on. We'd love to have you.
I'm sure he'd love to at this point, yeah.
I'm sure he listens to podcasts all the time. All right, then. Well, thank you, fellas. Happy Halloween to you and to everybody in the audience. And I hope you enjoyed this Halloween quiz. Bye for now.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.